Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Worldwide Wrestling Review Series for the 18th of January, 1992. Worldwide's a fun show at this point in time. Enhancement match starts us off, and Ron Simmons with the lighter ring. Simmons has been a major force on this program for the last little while. He is a former world championship contender, I guess you'd say. A couple of tackles in the corner, pretty basic stuff, using power throughout the early parts of the match. Awkward spine buster, giving him the victory. About 2 or 3 minutes in, not a good look on him. Anyway, interesting promo, Cactus Jack and Abdullah the Butcher on WCW this week. Cactus says that Abdullah is a very sensitive man and that he is multi-layered. The announcer does not believe him here, but needless to say, that is quite amazing in and of itself. Sting, who is having trouble with the Dangerous Alliance, is out here next. I love Surfer Sting. I love Sting from 88 to 93, 94 or so, until Hogan comes in. Then the later version of Sting kind of falls off, at least for me. Um, Arm drags and basic stuff, clothesline. Sting shows a lot of babyface aggression at the time, and without a doubt, Sting at this point is impressive. Manages to turn the Scorpion Deathlock over and gets a victory. Abdullah the Butcher and Cactus Jack up as a team next. The announcers remind us that Jack and Butcher have been having issues getting along as of late. Of course, they're going to break that team up. This is a super good match as the Steiners against the Cactus and Abdullah is a match I never thought I would see. And I guess I didn't see it at the time. I did not get Worldwide as a kid where I was, so this is my first time through these particular shows. I think when Worldwide became syndicated around 96, 97 in my area was the first time I saw the show, but where I was, I didn't never found it till at least the mid 90s, maybe 95. I'm a few years under, but this point did not see that program anyway. Back elbow by Cactus on Rick Steiner. Awkward miss of a clothesline, but then Rick Steiner cinches up on a bear hug into a belly to belly suplex on a Cactus. Abdullah comes in and beats down on Scott Steiner for a minute. Scott Steiner tries to, at this point, I still enjoy Scott Steiner. I enjoyed him until his Big Papa Pump run. And then I thought he was horrible in the ring at that time and beyond. Anyway, Abdullah does basics, punching, kicking, choking. And then we go back to Cactus. Cactus and Rick Steiner go at it pretty well here. The part of this match that I find amazing is when Abdullah comes in and eventually Scott Steiner hits a belly-to-belly suplex and a body slam on Abdullah, which, for the time, I would bet legitimately Abdullah was close to 400 pounds. Dissension continues between Abdullah and Cactus, and obviously that's just the way it goes. They go heads up with each other, start rolling around using a cane, and Abdullah comes back. Abdullah, certainly never a guy I really enjoyed the matches of, but his feud with Cactus Jack at the time, which I remember being highlighted on the little WCW I did see, was pretty major. Gordon Solie is in the World Wrestling Network area talking about Vader, and we see him use the hot moisture from his Vader helmet in Japan into the eyes of his opponent, and that's a pretty big deal. Also, Harley Race, the manager of Vader, calls him one of the most dangerous people on the entire planet. Rick Rude up next. Rick Rude and Marcus Alexander Bagwell have a better than average match. Rude's still your U.S. champion here, which he won pretty quickly after coming into the promotion in October. of the previous year. In any event, Bagwell being carried through a decent match. Super simple, but arm bars, arm drags, and the like. Bagwell not willing to surrender too much. Rude comes off the top rope, hits his opponent, I won't say right between the eyes, but it's there. And Rude manages to do everything he can to get pretty strong victories. Anyway, Rude manages to get an inverted atomic drop along the way and tries to break the match down as quick as he can. Rude then hits the Rude Awakening and gets the victory over Bagwell in a match that's worth going out of your way to see, just from a telling a decent story with a young babyface sort of way. Steve Austin up next against a very experienced and willing to carry him Ricky Steamboat. They are given probably close to 10 minutes here. Austin takes Steamboat back. This must have been really the wrestling show. Steamboat sends Austin to the outside. Austin is your TV champion at the time. Austin is on the receiving ends of several pinning attempt combinations, including but not limited to roll-ups and the like. Steamboat really aggressive in his pursuit of the television championship at the time. Steamboat tries the slam from the outside in, but Austin slips over, goes for a back suplex, but Steamboat comes up with a sleeper hold instead. Beautiful exchange, worth going out of your way to see, just from the standpoint of how flawlessly and fluidly things all come together, which you don't necessarily see in your more goofy spot matches. These days, Steamboat hits Austin on the top of the cranium with a chop to the head from the top rope. Steamboat manages to get an advantage here a little bit, and then tries the sunset flip, tries to take Austin over. Doesn't get all he wants on it, but gets enough. Steamboat then manages to find himself on the receiving end of a gut wrench suplex, and Austin goes right at him pretty aggressively there. The near fall off of the gut wrench, and then Austin manages a neck breaker. Steamboat eventually gets the better of the match, I guess you'd say, but doesn't win the championship. Running out of time pretty much, Sting promises to get even with the Dangerous Alliance. We're also going into Sting in a couple of weeks here, facing off for the WCW Championship. He's ready for Luger, he's ready for Rude, and the entire Dangerous Alliance. And Sting is your forerunner going forward in the next little while. We'll be back with more right after this.